anything, mate. Take it easy.
Mate, you know me. I'll take it any way I can get it.
Brick Dog's headed to Whitworth to go and get a quote on the autopilot because the boat weighs 20 tonne, so we won't get away with just your standard autopilot setup. So he's gonna go suss that out, and we've had a wind warning come through by the Bureau, so I'm staying on board today and keeping a keen eye on the boats around us and the pick on sea floor.
Body filler, not recommended for boats. Holds water, holds salt, makes rust.
Are you offended?
I am so offended.
Yeah, that's nuts though.
Yeah, so it's not even connected anymore. And there's the same on the other side, but I haven't hit the rust of it yet.
This is why in boatworks we cut them out. They used to go straight down to
through the ship, into the water.
Constant water at this height.
What are we going to see when we take the teacup? I don't know.
We got coat hangers in business. Oh yeah. We're moving forward. We've dragged the pick and there's a mooring ball moved in next door. In this nautical environment and living on boats, I've found that if you ever feel like an instinct to do something, definitely act upon it. Like I would prefer to move the boat, reset the anchor, then dive in and untangle that mooring from the rudder post. The tomato plants are copping a flogging in this wind. This one's fallen over. Man, strong survive.
Natural selection.
Man, I didn't even know what backsteer meant up before today.
Dude, I fucking know. You made this word up or what? And it's, can you sit behind your quadrant and turn it with your hands? Of course not. Well, then you can't have a hydraulic motor. Whoa, 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 whoa. I need to have this. Convince me that's okay. That's just living in the darkness. It's easier, better to cry in the dark. To clear things up about what we're doing with the autopilot. The boat come with an autopilot, very, very old one, Coursemaster 65. Never worked, and when it did work, it would just all of a sudden take you 30 to port or 30 to starboard for no reason. So it was crappy. Had to replace it. We wanted to replace it with another electronic type autopilot, but it turned out the only one we could probably put in the boat that would move it for the size is a Rain Marine hydraulic. But then that fell apart as well because the cost of all the components was about 4,300. But then the extra component that actually drives it, the hydraulic ramp, was an extra 5,600. So that made it way too expensive, you know, nearly 10 grand for an autopilot. Now we're all keen to originally go with a wind vane, and there's two types. There's a servo pendulum, look it up, you'll work it out, and or a auxiliary rudder. A lot of research, a lot of planning, a lot of looking online and talking to other people, and we have now decided to go with a Cape Horn wind vane, which is a servo pendulum type. The Cape Horn's going to set us back around about 5, and we're in the process now. We've done all our measurements. It's a matter of filling the order and making payment, and it should be here in about 2 weeks, and we'll fit it. So this gives us the ability then to cross big oceans. The wind vane will steer the boat for us, and we just keep a weather eye. And that should be a great watch on YouTube for you guys to see how it goes together.
I'm going to have lunch with one of my mates that I grew up with, Harry. We call him the Don though. Back from the golden days.
I want a career. I want something I can fucking. I want to help people.
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
I definitely want to help people.
I mean, there's that's a pretty good industry to get into, is helping people.
Yeah.
There can never be enough of that.
Yeah.
I just can't justify using these bikes. It's like $6. That's a bottle of port. You kidding?
So we're taking the tick off, just doing the outer surround to see the condition of the deck underneath it. It appears so far that the deck underneath the teak is in good condition. When I get the surround off, I'll make a decision as to what we're going to do.
$35 degrees today. It's hot. Boys are struggling to keep the willpower up today. Starting to find rust spots underneath. Needs a new engine bay plate, new bonnet.
Rust in the bonnet.
My worried mind.
This is pretty short, we can watch that and then fucking cook dinner.
There was no
Well, I fucking mate.
40 knots.
40 plus. Starts at 40.
20 knots sounds like he's gnarly on board. 20 knots.
18 knots to take a first reef.
Yeah.
So, you know, 24 knots is the second reef. Because it's exponential.
You would need rags up. Just hold a fucking shirt in there.
Yeah.
We've been doing a bit of carpenting today. Deck's coming up out there in the cockpit. We're designing a bookshelf for my room because I like books. All the framework's done. Just got to finish sanding it up, stain it, put it back together, and there's the shelf. Disc blew up, mate.
Yep.
Fuck, that's a shit go, eh? The shelf is complete. Yes. Couple skewies, Brummo. Under all the videos, it says buy on the floor. Why do you need a piece of string?
Pants up, mate.
Like
Lost so much weight to fall down. Shit me tears.
There's a helmet in there. Paradise. Paradise. Oh yeah. Hey, try and get another beer. I dare you. Stop. Oh, it's on the bud.
All the measurements.
For adding a wind vane.
Yes. Got that one there, 19.5. Height, width, breadth. So height first, so we can have a count that. Width is going to be 23 inches. So it'll be whatever times 23 and a half times
75 mil.
75 mil.
We have the same coffee every morning, but for some reason today it was a good coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends on your body, how your body wants to take it.
Weirdo.
Yeah, that's why some girls taste better than others, I suppose.
That's true. But they're different chemistry, like it's we're using the same recipe every morning, but a different.
Yeah, but our chemistry changes. I think we like biorhythms, you know, we sort of go up and down.
Yeah.
The chemistry of your own body is slightly different each day.
That's fucking deep.
You like that?
The last rudder figure.
Rudder. That's rather ridiculous.
What's it called? Wetted area.
The wetted area.
And that's the amount of water the rudder moves.
I don't know. I would have
Or
thought.
affects when
Yeah. The amount of area that is basically in the water getting wet, I suppose.
Yeah.
What's your wetted area?
Pretty big. Extendo Recho.
Pretty close, isn't it?
Yep.
Grab the spirit level and see how vertical that is.
Copy.
Geez, thanks. Oops, I nearly let go of the wrong end then. That would have been not real nice. Alright. So we'll probably have to alter this. This brace is what supports all three of these.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3 of those that go across. I'll have to make a separate brace from here back to the other one. I'll work it out.
If I get the camera on the right angle, it makes these tomato plants look like a fucking jungle, man. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, fuck, I'm dizzy now.
Woo!
Fuck. Can't see it leaking. Can't see bubbles. Oh yes I can. Very slow.
Yeah, it's only a slow leak. The horizontal line goes through the center of the boat, parallel throughout the whole thing, and it's to where we're going to drill the hole, about 13 inches from the bottom, 2.5 inch hole for the wind vane tube to come through. The quadrant will be here, which then drives our quadrant and turns the ship. Woohoo!
It's rock on. Make this work.